Right guys, how's it going? It is Thursday, the 13th of February 2020, and you're watching KopTalk.tv. Alright. So guys, don't forget I do a podcast as well. Alright, KopTalkPodcast.com, new episodes every weekday around 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. Alright, like a review of what's going on in the day, during the day, do you know what I mean, to do with the club. So if that interests you, then go along to KopTalkPodcast.com. And I also do the Dunk Knows Best podcast as well, which you can find out about when you go to the same website. So we're going to talk about Timo Werner today because we've been discussing this one quite a bit, haven't we, recently? And as you know, over the last few windows, when people used to say to me, what do you think might happen this window, Dunk? One of the things I used to say was, do you know what? I could maybe see us going for that Timo Werner. Do you know what I mean? Is it Werner or Werner? I could maybe see us going for him. And then he signed the new deal around September last year, I think, which prevents him leaving on a free transfer this summer. So going into the January window, I didn't say that anymore. I was like, nah, it's not happening. It's done. You know, why would Liverpool go for him in the summer when they could have had him much cheaper and stuff like that, you know? But since then, things have really intensified, I think. I think there's been some change. I think the boss has had a change of thinking here. Now, maybe this is, you know, in relation to the African Cup of Nations that we've got coming up, you know, where we may lose key personnel from the squad. And also, of course, we need to consider the future because the likes of Mo Salah and that, you know, they're not getting any younger. Personally, I hope that we hold on to the front three for this next coming season, but I can see the changes taking place next year. Would you agree with that? What do you think? The tricky situation is that Liverpool obviously have to think about, you know, maximising the sale of a player like Salah, for example. But I've been very disheartened and disappointed in the last week or so with so many people, and you know, football fans and pundits coming out going, well, you know, they should get rid of Firmino and they should bring Mbappe and get rid of Salah, and it's like, you know, these players are giving their all for Liverpool. I genuinely think that they do care, you know. So I think if a bid came in for Salah now, a big bid, I think that they would have to really consider it because it'll be a case of will we get this next year. So maybe with Timo, maybe that's been a case of, you know, selling it to him. They've changed, you know, they maybe have a change of thought here, and or maybe he just didn't want to move at the time, which also sounds possible. Apparently, we sniffed around him last summer, with him, you know, saying he didn't fancy it. He wanted to stay where he was. Concerns over where he would fit in at Liverpool. But if you were Liverpool now, you would be saying to him, would you? I think you'd be saying to him, look, you will get opportunities next season if you come in. You're younger than what we've already got. You could be at Liverpool for the next 6 or 7 years. You know, come in, you'll get game time, and from next season, I guarantee you, you know, you'll be in the mix of things. I don't know, because I think he'd be a great signing personally. I've always wanted to see us sign him. He's very versatile, you know, across that front three or whatever, right across the park. So I think he'd be a good addition to the squad. And from what we're hearing, it sounds like Liverpool are waiting for a decision from him. All right. Now, I looked at this news article today that went on KopTalk.com. Liverpool closing in on Timo Werner transfer. Credible reports originating from Germany over the last 24 hours state that the Reds are willing to trigger that clause in his contract that would see him make the switch to Anfield for a fee believed to be around £50 million, which I think is worth every penny. But the clause has to be triggered before the 30th of April for him to be released next summer. There was a suggestion yesterday that Liverpool had looked at seeing if Leipzig would do a deal in January just gone, a sort of like, you know, pay now, play later kind of thing, you know, where we would have secured the deal in January and then brought him in the summer. But apparently his club were not interested in that. I don't know if there's any truth in it, but that was what was being claimed yesterday. Now, earlier this month, on the members' website, we had a source on there that said that they claimed that the finances surrounding the deal and the contract clause was doable, but that the decision now rested with the player as to whether or not he would make the switch. Now, as yet, we believe that this is that within the last few days, there has been no feedback from the player or his representatives who are mulling over various offers. Liverpool will swoop if he gives them the green light. Now, you know, I saw some documents in relation to our interest in this player. And if you're a KopTalk member, you'll know what I'm talking about. Well, this was discussed on the members' website by a source that was able to verify the claims that they were making, and that was when I changed my tune and suddenly went, we are back in for him. Additionally, in January, a source informed the members on the members' website and said the following: Karl-Heinz Forster met with Michael Edwards in Sheffield last week. They last met face-to-face on Merseyside in November. Forster looks after Nicholas Sewell and Timo Werner. I have provided more confidential details about last week's meeting to, which is redacted, who can verify the accuracy of my claim. Now, the way I see things, guys, is I'm of the opinion, and it's up to you, you've got your own opinions, and I welcome yours. You throw them into the comments section, please. I believe that we are 1 billion% trying to make this deal happen, and I'm quite upbeat about it. I think there's a chance of it happening. If it does not happen, I think it will purely be because the player is concerned about game time. Do you know what I mean? And if he rejected us last summer and it was fairly, done pretty quickly or whatever, like, nah, I'm not interested. He's not being quick rejecting now, and I think that's a positive spin on it, if you like. That's a positive view. That's what I'm trying to gain from it. There was a suggestion he might go to Real Madrid. There's loads of elite European clubs interested in him, obviously. There was a suggestion that he may stay in Germany, get the move that he was linked with before with Bayern and stuff like that. There was a suggestion he fancied that. Then it was Real Madrid. Now, if he was to go to Real Madrid, for example, he'd get better terms. He'd probably get more playing time, and it would be a dream transfer. So that would be if he went there, then you could probably understand why he's done that. But the feedback that we've been getting is that he wants to play for Jurgen Klopp and that he would love to play for Jurgen Klopp. Ideally, he would love to play for Jurgen Klopp. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's emphasis, I'm saying. So he wants to play for Jurgen, but he's had concerns over gaming time. I've just got a feeling that he might go for it. And I would welcome your thoughts as to whether you think he would or not. And would you agree with me that maybe the sell, the hard sell from Liverpool has been, look, you will be involved. We've got the African Cup of Nations, certain players from the squad will be required elsewhere, possibly. There's enough fixtures, there's enough game time. Next year, I'm going to be moving Salah out or someone out. And, it's yours. It's your baby then. It's yours. You can make it your opportunity. No guarantees or anything. You've got to be able to do it. But I think that would make sense. And I think he's 23 years of age. I don't know if it's on this article in front of me. No mention. I'm sure he's 23. So he's a good 6 or 7. I think he's 5, 6 years younger than Salah or something. So that's what I'd be saying to him. Saying, no, it's yours, man. You will get game time. If you want to be part of my revolution here at Anfield, come and join. And then there's a good chance of you being Liverpool's main man for many, many years to come. So the reason I'm making the video is just to give you a little recap on things and what people were claiming on the members' website back in January and earlier this month, what the feedback is that we're hearing now, and to give you my opinion. Now, it's only an opinion, but if you'd have asked me 4 weeks ago, guys, I'd have said to you, I can't see it happening. I've completely changed my view on this. I can see it happening. And I think that the likes of Sancho, for example, I think he's, in comparison, would be too expensive, you see. And yes, he's on the radar. Kai Havertz is on the radar. We know that the boss wants these players. But I can't see Liverpool paying the sort of figures that are being quoted for them, whereas you could get Timo for around 50 million, 48 million or something. Fucking no-brainer. And I tell you what, guys, he's a brilliant player. And the good thing is he's versatile. He'll give us a lot of options. I think this could happen, I think. I hope it does. I really hope it does. Let me know what you think, and I'll speak to you in due course. Now, listen, this weekend, the Norwich game, I'm going to be hosting a live stream on here, but it's going to be for the members, people that have joined my YouTube channel, or you might be on the VIP members website. You'll be able to watch it embedded over there. Or participate via that way. So I'm gonna if you are a member, keep an eye on the community tab on this YouTube channel at the weekend so that you can join me. All right. Now the reason I'm restricting it to members is that when we go live, when Liverpool are playing, we get a lot of knobheads in. I've got to be honest, guys, because people are looking for live streams and things like that, and it takes away the enjoyment, and you're having to spend more time moderating the chat than you are watching the actual game. All right. So I will be live for that game, but it will be for members. If you're not a member and you want to join the squad, then just click on join underneath. It'd be very much appreciated if you get involved. We have live streams most nights of the week, weeknights or whatever, and even on the weekends during the day. So I'd love you to be involved. We're getting some t-shirts done as well. The squad want squad on the t-shirts and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And they've asked me if I'd get some t-shirts done, so I'm just in the process of sorting that out as well. So if you want to support me and my content, please click on join below and get involved. If you don't want to join, just give us a thumbs up, and don't forget my podcast, KopTalkPodcast.com. That will be updated shortly. I'm probably going to record that in the next hour. So I welcome your feedback, guys, on this, and I think I'm feeling a bit upbeat about it at the moment, and I know that there's been suggestions by Melissa Reddy saying that Liverpool won't be doing anything massive in the summer. Well, I don't even think she said massive. I just think she really downplayed everything, and it left people feeling a bit, what, we're going to do nothing? It's like, I can't see that, guys, because we've got players leaving, and in my opinion, signing Timo Werner, if it happens, is massive. So I'm more inclined to go with that. I'm keeping the faith. I hope he makes a decision that favours us. At the moment, it doesn't sound like anything, there is any news on that front. But the good thing is, no news is good news. That's what I would say. So keep the old pecker up, and keep the faith, and we'll speak again soon. All right, guys. Don't forget my podcast, because if you like the videos, you might enjoy the podcast. Subscribe free. Every weekday there's a new episode, okay? And it reviews everything each day. And plus, Timo Werner has been discussed every day. So you're always going to get the latest bits and pieces. And it means you don't have to look at my chubby cheeks. I know I've got a face for radio, so you might enjoy the podcast. All right, guys, take care. And I'll hopefully be back with you tomorrow. Okay?